why people aren't talking about this more. Maybe because I'm not doing my research before making a video. This type of roller for a power rack is just super versatile. Boom! I wanted to make this video to explore the possibilities of some exercises that you might be able to do with them without buying a dedicated machine for it. And as you can see, this form factor is pretty compact. I want to talk about this thing here, the form factor. It requires some threading. Now you can always use like the old spinneroo, which makes it go easier, but still you have to tighten it. Now, next to that, you have this thing here, which makes sure that the roller pad is not going to sag and it's going to support nicely against your power rack. Also, this is some high-end plastic, so it's not going to damage your rack. And then you have this plastic here that goes on the inside, so you're not going to damage your rack in any way. Now, this pad here looks very nice, looks like a very durable material. Also, the load capacity of this roller pad is like 150 kilos, so it's definitely going to hold your weight, so that's no problem. I suggest we go from high to low to see at every height for what we can use this. The first height is going to be 19, so my numbers go from 1 all the way up to 27 here. 19 is about here, so it's like nipple height. So let's start at nipple height, what we can do. Now, what I think with this height is primarily reverse hypers. Let's explore if we can do that. Now, in order to have it a little bit more stable, on the other side of the power rack, I already put safeties, and this is going to be where our hands are going to be placed. Oh, you jump on this, boom, boom, you go a little bit forward, and then, boom. Oh. The way I like to use reverse hypers is more for the stretch rather than for the activation of the lower back. So for me, this is a very good option. I already have a reverse hyper. I won't be using this option, but I feel like this can definitely be going for a reverse hyper. So now that we're here, what I'm thinking also is maybe I can put my arms on there and do like a good old-fashioned curl. With this, you can really do some nasty curls. Boom. The next thing we see is hyperextensions and these sideway thingies. I don't know what the name is. And for that, we're going to put that at hip height. And maybe a little bit lower than hip height, because we want to be at an angle and we want our hip crease to go over this. So here I'm choosing 11, maybe 10 will be better. Let us just put that at 10. Boom. As you can see, if you want to tighten this, you have to push this towards the rack, and then you can do like the old spinneroo. Boom, and then tighten it. Bam, solid. So you can put your feet a little bit further away, and then boom. I can do this exercise no problem. So typically you would see this with some padding on the back of your feet, but I don't feel like this is necessary. Maybe with a little bit more weight, my feet will be going off flying, but for just body weight, I feel like the resistance of the floor and my shoes are plenty to do this exercise. Boom. Same with this. Here I'm going to put my feet in front of each other. I'm going to lean against the pad. Boom. Feeling that nice stretch on the side of my body. Boom. Now, what I've been thinking is that maybe if you want to go heavier with your feet against that, boom, they're not going anywhere. Basically, my feet against this, boom. Everybody's favorite exercise, the Bulgarian split squat. Place your feet on this thing, boom. Now, one downside of my power rack, this is basically the lowest it can go, because this thing and this thing are one hole apart. So basically this, if this is at number 3, this is at number 1. So I couldn't go any lower because this knob wouldn't hit a hole. Should I drill a hole in my power rack? I don't know. I'm kind of tempting towards it, but let me know in the comments down below if you would drill a hole in your power rack. Now, what I can do, boom, 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 is turn this upwards, and now this thing is at hole number 1, and this thing is at hole number 3. So this thing is rated for 150 kilos, but if I'm going to push on this, you will notice that this thing is going off the rack, so it does not provide the stability that it's made for. That's why I wouldn't put weight on it. But what we can do is push from underneath it. Everybody that has followed the channel for a while knows that I made a reverse hyper myself. That was actually my first DIY project in this home gym. And with that, I bought one pad for the reverse hyper, and they were so cheap that I bought another one as well. And this one is here. I already made like a curl machine with it, but then I had to undo it because I didn't really use it. But this pad is just laying around, it's very versatile. So what I can use this for is, boom, I put it up a little bit higher, I put the pad on the floor. This could easily pad my knees. And then what I can do is I can do, boom, Nordic hamstring curls. Boom. Now, if I want some regression, I can always put like rubber bands up on my power rack, or I can put a block that I have here in front of me so I can like go a lesser distance downwards. This is definitely something I'm going to use this for. We have a very versatile selection of exercises that we can do with a roller pad for a power rack that only costs 80 euros. Very, very price efficient. The alternative for a roller pad would be like you put J-cups on both sides, you put your barbell in there, you put a pussy pad around it, and you have like the exact same thing. It takes a longer time, and even if it's only 20 seconds to just set up the barbell and the pussy pad, it's more time and then 5 seconds to screw this one in. If it's going to take you longer, it's going to be less likely that you're going to do the exercise, and that is something that we have to keep in mind. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you're now inspired to buy maybe this roller or DIY it. So I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!